15 guaranteed ways to get him to chase you. How to communicate with a man without chasing him and make him chase you in a relationship. Men like to chase a woman they're wooing. However, in the modern world, some people believe the concept of getting a man to chase you is antiquated and not worth the independent woman's time, and sometimes this is true. Men are often hardwired to chase what they want. The caveman DNA will always be there. If there's no changing this instinct in men, women can learn to use it to their advantage. Here are 15 ways to get that man you are after to pursue you. 15. Stop chasing. First and foremost, you must stop chasing men. As women have become more independent, they have become more aggressive when it comes to dating and pursuing men. And this is fine in many cases, but when dealing with certain guys, we must change our dating game up. When you chase after this specific type of guy, you're taking away that rush that comes from engaging in a pursuit. If a man sees you as an easy conquest, he'll have no interest. Even though it seems silly that only the man should be the one calling and asking for dates, not chasing is one way to guarantee he will be more interested in chasing after you. Of course you'll want to be responsive to the chase, otherwise it may seem as though you're not interested, and he'll move on to someone else. When it comes to the chase, some women will make themselves completely unavailable, and when the man moves on they have a hard time understanding where they went wrong. You'll want to be unavailable but still show him you're interested, which is what's going to keep this game going. 14. Show off that confidence. The most attractive trait a woman can have is self-confidence. A woman who exudes confidence will intrigue a man. And if he's intrigued, he will be more inclined to pursue her. When you know that you are a fantastic catch, you definitely are, worthy of his time, he will believe it as well. He will want to spend as much time as possible with you and will do whatever he needs to so that he can chase you down and win your affections. As in all areas of life, confidence is key to the chase. When you are confident in yourself, he's going to want to know why that is, and he's going to pursue you to find out. We've all got insecurities, so don't be discouraged if you aren't always feeling your best. The secret here is to never let him see you sweat. He needs to be aware that you're well aware of what a great catch you are, and if he doesn't treat you well, you'll leave. 13. Play hard to get. Ask any woman how to get a guy's attention and likely, playing hard to get will come up. This advice is given so often because it's a tried and true method of getting a guy's interest. If you want him to chase, make it a challenge. When he asks for your number, deny him at first. He'll work that much harder to impress. Turn him down when he first asks for a date. It seems counterproductive, but when you say no, you're triggering his hunting instinct and the chase is on. Guys are super competitive, and anything that is hard for him to get is going to mean that much more to him. If you present yourself as a prize for him to win only when he's at his best, not only will you win his affections, but he'll be super attentive once you guys are in a relationship. After all, yes, you want them to chase you, but what you don't want is for him to stop trying once we've given in. You'll have to always keep him on his toes and wanting more if you want to keep the chase going. 12. Stay busy. When trying to get a guy to chase you, being unavailable is a key. You'll keep him guessing who is occupying all of your time. You don't want Mr. Right to think that he is the center of your universe. This will make him wonder about his competition, and he will want to woo you even more. So now is the time to make plans and do the things you've always wanted. Go to the beach, sign up for classes, and visit new hot spots. Whatever you do, just always be busy. Go out with your friends, visit your family, find a hobby that will keep you distracted. What you don't want to do is get bored, because this is when you're going to miss him the most and want to reach out. If you have a life of your own, you're going to be content with seeing him once in a while, which will keep your relationship fresh and new. The less time you have for him, the more he's going to miss you and want to spend time with you. 11. Remember your own life. Sometimes a man walks into your life, and he'll occupy your every thought. All you'll think about is where he is, what he's doing, and when he's going to contact you. But it's important to remember you had a life before him, and you still do. There's nothing that kills attraction like being needy and clingy. If you want him to chase, don't change your whole life for him. It may seem like a good idea to show him you're interested, but going to the extremes will do the opposite. You know those friends that forget about you once they find a man? Well, you know how much you dislike them, so don't become that friend. Do not change spending time with your friends with spending time with your new man. This is a great way to show him that he's more important to you than anything else, which is going to make him feel smothered. Instead, show him that your friends and family are just as important, if not more, than him. Pencil him in when you have the time to see him and you'll keep him on his toes. 10. Be yourself. When you're trying to get a guy to chase you, you always put your best foot forward. You should make a good impression, but also remember to be yourself. If you love to tell cheesy jokes, crack away. If you enjoy intellectual stimulation, strike up a serious conversation. Being someone you're not may initially attract his attention, but you'll have to keep up the facade, or when you finally let your real self out, he may not be interested. If he doesn't like the real you, he may not be the man for you. Changing yourself to please someone is a great way to build resentment. Also, people are quite honestly incapable of permanent change. Sure, in the beginning you can change some of those habits to please him, however, eventually you'll go back to the same you, and if that's not good enough for him, he'll want to leave. Do you really want to be with someone who doesn't think you're good enough for him? 9. Don't be an open book. One way to entice a guy to the chase is fostering an air of mystery. In order to create that mystery, you can't reveal everything about yourself all at once. Each time you interact or communicate with him, share a little something to get him interested. You're an interesting, dynamic individual with many layers of uniqueness. By sharing a little bit at a time, you'll get him interested in this beautiful woman, and that will make the chase worthwhile for him. As a rule, always keep him wanting more. Keeping some things a mystery is a great way to make him get closer to you. He's going to want to know why you're being so secretive and is going to want to get to know you better. Always keep him guessing and never fully let him in on all the wonderful things going on in your life. Let him work hard for all the little things he wants to know about you, and those little things are going to mean a great deal to him. 8. Never call or text first. This is a no-brainer when it comes to getting a guy to chase you. As hard as it may be, you shouldn't call or text him first. If you're making the effort, he's not doing the chasing. Let him reach out to you. When he does call, don't pick up the first time. Let his call go to voicemail and wait to call him back. When a text comes in, let it sit a while before responding. Don't let him think that you're waiting by the phone for his call or text. It's really been said to death, but it's true. Let a man call and text you first, because if he's interested, nothing is going to keep him away, and if he isn't, why would you want to waste your time in the first place? Just relax and find some other fun things to do as you wait for him to reach out. It's going to mean that much more when you get that call or text from him. 7. Flirt it up. This should come very naturally to you. If you want a man to chase you, be a little flirty. But remember not to overdo it. Make some eye contact, but don't stare. Playfully touch his hand to show your interest. Giggle, play with your hair, or bat your eyes at him. Whatever you do, make it subtle and not overly frequent. You want to show interest while not throwing yourself at him. If you flirt too aggressively, it defeats the purpose. He will not want to chase you if you are too flirtatious. This is really a wonderful way to let a man know you're interested without being aggressive. Not all men like aggressive women, so be gentle when you're flirting. Accidentally touch his hand or brush something off of his face, gently. Touching is a great way for you to flirt with him and get him wanting more of you without seeming too needy. You're letting him know you're interested in a super feminine and desirable way that men tend to respond well to this behavior. 6. More is less. At some point, your special man will contact you. When you talk, text him, or meet in person, always keep it short and sweet. Don't send him wordy texts, always keep your texts shorter than his. When he calls, be the one to end the call. Even if you're having a great time talking in person, end the night early. Again, the goal here is to keep him wanting more. If you limit your contact with him, he will crave more time with you and be more inclined to chase you. Also, men are not that great at communication and understand simple texts well, while lengthy texts can leave them confused. Honestly, they can leave anyone confused. If you have something to say to him, put it in the simplest form and deliver only the message without adding fluff. If you keep doing this, he's going to feel at ease talking to you and be more inclined to talk more often. You're leaving him wanting more and are keeping things simple, which men are best at. 5. Do nothing. This may be the hardest tip to follow, but it is nearly guaranteed to get results. If you're used to going after your dreams, the idea of doing nothing and let things unfold on their own is going to feel foreign to you. But men must feel you are worth his efforts. If you've followed of the aforementioned tips, that special man will be trying to win your affection. All you have to do is sit back. There's nothing like being wooed by a man that you are seriously into. Enjoy the ride. If the man is interested, it isn't going to take long before he declares his undying love for you. If a man is really interested in a woman, there isn't much that's going to keep him away. Sure, men are great at shutting down their emotions and getting on with their everyday lives, but that is only going to last long. If he really cares for you, you'll never leave his thoughts, and shortly after you start letting him do all the work, he'll be doing everything he can to see you. 4. Don't fawn over him. Remember, a clingy persona isn't going to win any man over. The dewy-eyed schoolgirl routine lost its luster in middle school. Even if you feel gushy feelings for him, you don't want to act like a lovesick puppy. Instead, you want to be the independent, sexy woman that he needs to call his own. Be aloof and cool and you'll catch his eye. This is especially effective if he's used to attracting attention from women. He'll wonder why you're the one woman who isn't falling over herself for him. Sure, he's great, after all, why would you like him if he wasn't? But he doesn't need to know how amazing you think he is. Compliment him once in a while, and when he does something good, do let him know, but don't overdo it. Also, oftentimes if you're not being sincere, a man can sense this, and there's nothing more hurtful than giving insincere compliments. While you don't want to shower him with compliments, you also don't want to make it seem as though you can't find anything good to say about him and therefore resorting to lies. 3. Give him some competition. We want what we can't have. This is certainly true when it comes to love. It may seem silly making him jealous, but if you want him to chase you, he needs to see other men clamoring for a chance to date you. The key here is not telling him about the guy who hit on you at the mall. Instead, he needs to see men making you smile and blush. As they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. When he sees you engaged with a guy, he'll want you that much more. Men are competitive with other men in almost all aspects of their life, so it's going to be easy to work him up over your flirtatious behavior with another man. Just don't overdo it, because sometimes trying to make a man jealous can make him feel as though you're truly not interested. Men have very delicate egos, and if you think flirting with another man is going to do more bad than good, don't do it. 2. Don't forget your friends. Sometimes women tend to focus more on dating than maintaining their friendships. This is a big no-no. Schedule a regular girls' night no matter what your dating situation is. This will also keep you busy, and will keep you from texting him. You'll maintain the friendships you had before this man came along. You'll let him know you have priorities other than men and work. Chances are any man in whom you're interested will have friends of his own and enjoy a night out on the town with them. Your friends are going to be the one you to go when he messes up and you need advice as to what to do. If you alienate your friends, not only are you showing your fiends they don't matter, but you're telling him he's the most important thing to you. You don't need to make him feel this special, because this will backfire and he'll start treating you horribly knowing you're not going to leave. Instead, split your time between him and your friends so he'll know just how irreplaceable they are. 1. Always keep him chasing you. If you've followed these tips, you'll have that man chasing you and will win his affection. Even when you call him your man, don't forget you always want to keep the chase on. It's easy to fall into a routine in a relationship. But complacency can kill your happiness. Keep your man guessing what's going to happen next, surprise him occasionally. Be your flirty self and continually remind him you're worth his efforts. Remember that in order to keep you interested, your man will have to do the same. We all enjoy a little chase. Don't fall into long-term relationship problems. Always act like your relationship is new. Remember to always try to keep things fresh. If he is not reciprocating this behavior, then it is time for you to speak up or move on. Keeping the chase going is a difficult task for anyone in a relationship, but it is not impossible. You need to make sure the respect and effort is mutual and equally shared between both partners. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe button, and leave a comment below this video to let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment below and I will be able to respond back to you as soon as possible. To learn more about how to communicate with a man without chasing him, get in touch with me personally in the link in the description below this video, and I would love to help you for free.